Check, check. Yo, what's up, everyone? Saturday Night Live. Here we are. How y'all doing tonight? Oh, man. Tell you what, I was a minute late tonight. Can you believe it? I'm always on time, but today I was a minute late because, man, I always get busy doing stuff. But, yo, great to see everybody. Chris Liggett in the house. How you doing, bud? Good to see you. Juji says, great to see you. How are you? I'm great. Thank you so much. Good to see you. Jake Koenig says, long-time listener, first-time chatter. Looking for some shreds. Did I come to the right place? You did, Mr. Jake Koenig. Good to see you, buddy. Hope you're well. Michael Fairbanks, there you are, bud. Good to see you. Stardust in the house. As always, let's see. We have news today, too. We get this chat, and we got the news of the day. Ton, what's up, brother? Thank you so much for that, bro. Appreciate that. Thank you very, very much, brother. That's a very nice super chat. Thank you, sir. Strawberry Glitz now says, killing it. Thanks, Strawberry. Good to see you, too, bud. And let's see. And there we go. All right. So, yeah, today, as several Saturdays in the past, I wake up, and I look at YouTube, and I'm in a Jared Dines video yet again. Unbelievable. So I did post it on the community page. Maybe we'll test it out and play it through here if you can hear it and see it. We'll play through it a little bit later. But that was very cool. And on top of that, Tyler Shep, our great friend Tyler Shep, is also in the same video. Can you believe it? So both Tyler and myself were in Jared's video today. That came out this afternoon or morning, wherever. And it's very, very nice. Jared was very complimentary, and man, it's so cool. So cool. I totally appreciate what Jared does. If you don't follow Jared, he's been doing a lot of great things for a lot of the creators and stuff out there to show off people, showcase people. So that's a super thing to do. And dang, we sure do appreciate it. Indy in the house. How you doing, Indy? Good to see you tonight. And then on top of that, we have the Discord is starting to thrive very quickly. A lot of great things, cool things are happening on Discord right now. If you've not joined the Discord, I do have all my areas set up with the link. So it's in the bio of this video. It's on my it's in my bio on my homepage in the link section. So if you've not joined Discord yet, by all means, come and check us out. We're having a good time. CCC says, can't stay long, but keep shredding, Rick. Thanks, brother. Good to see that. Jake says, wait, did the Jared Dines Shred Collab come out? It did not. No, it did not. Jared's currently have a contest right now. His band, Oni, he took a piece of one of the songs, one of the recent releases, and he had everyone enter to put a guitar solo on top of it. And there's a couple prizes. There is a $500 cash prize. There's a guitar, what Jared Dines custom guitar, or signature guitar, and then some Oni merchandise package, I think. So yeah, he's basically having a series, and he's inviting all these guitar players to make a solo, and he'll react to it. And of course, his community votes on it. So, but it was something fun to do for sure. Well, I'll play it. I believe I have the ability now to output audio so you guys can hear it. So we'll probably play that in a little bit. Have you check it out, and I'll react to it. How about that? But let's see. But other than that, yeah, Discord's cooking. Indy's got a link to the Discord right there. If you can click that link if you're interested, come on, hang with us. The bad news is right now I have nothing planned other than the new song of the week in electric form and acoustic form. I do believe we have to play the blue song for Jake is Vibing if he shows up here. And then he also said freeze on the Discord, so freeze and blues. So those are the two, those so far. But we do have to warm up just a tiny little bit. I'm gonna try and play maybe the hits of the week. You know, there's one thing I didn't play this week, and it was this one here. One of my intros I did not play this week, so we'll play that and see how it goes. Because I am not warmed up at all. Maybe a little bit. I was practicing the song of the week for like a minute, but that's not enough. Let's go. said I wasn't warmed up, but maybe I am. That's not a great warm-up song right there. As far as the first song I played, not bad though. Not bad though. I think we're looking good, but we'll keep a couple more going here. See what I can find. What was the other one we were playing? I think it was Jam 06. Man, if I could find that. Unfortunately, my setup here is a lot different than what is on my daily live stream thing. So we're going to try and find that Jam 06. Where are you? The songs are getting out of control on this thing, I have to admit. I can't find it. I know it's here somewhere. Wow, okay. Man. I don't see it. Where in God's name are you? I see every other song, but not that one. Okay. Well, I will have to import it or something. Well, let's see what we got going on here. It's great to see everybody tonight. I hope you're having a good night tonight. Let's see. Okay, I see some Jake is vibing, so he made it in. Jake asked, when's the... Oh, no, that was that question. Strawberry says, didn't even know she had multiple guitars. That's just a sampling for sure. But I like to keep... I have a backup guitar, backup electric guitar in case I break a string or something weird goes on. And then we got the acoustic guitar for later on, so... for sure. Always got something cooking there. All right, Jake said Jake Vibin said he had to walk his dog, but he's glad he's here. There you are, buddy. Good to see you. Let's see. Yeah, Jake, we finally got that going. I had everything kind of worked out. Now we're kind of working out the bugs and trying to figure out where to put stuff in. So we're getting there. But yeah, come on over and hang out if you ever have time, man. Donald James in the house. What's up, buddy? He says, shout out to Jared Gines. There you go, brother. Thank you so much. There you go, Juji. Let's see. Jake Koenig said he liked that song, but the chorus always feel like it's holding you back, right? A little bit. Donald James knows Dark Horse in Reserve. Absolutely. There we go. All right. Well, I think we got it all covered to chat. Let me see if I can still find this song, man. I don't know where this thing went. I have no idea. I'm at a loss of where... You know what? There it is. I found it. I found it, everybody. All right. Jam 06. Found it. Man. All right. Let's go. That's the one I was looking for. That's a cool song. That's an old one too. June 1st, 2024 wrote that one. Who knew? Who knew? But that's a nice one. There, we will slow her down with this one. This was a nice one. We played this week, so we're gonna go back to that. Let's see. Jake says gonna go watch that Jared video after the stream. Hope it being some more subs this way. That's always nice. That's always the hope, isn't it? That's always the hope. Starter says hope it brings the beings alien. There you go. Judy said I was just calculating the nearest Arby's is 40 minutes away. Yikes. I mean, if you're in the neighborhood, check it out. That's a little far for Arby's. That's a little far. I mean, like I said, if you're in that area and doing something else, that's stop on in for sure. But that's for a weekly jam. That's a long ride there. Trust me, there's a place in Tampa called Wicked Oak Barbecue. I am dying to try this place, but it is far from here. It's probably close to that 30-ish, 40 minutes from where we're at. But man, it looks good. And my friend went there at work. He's like, dude, you gotta go. It's amazing. I'm like, don't tell me that. Don't tell me that. One day, we'll check it out. Thank you, Indy. Let's see. Juji said she looked it up. There's not a single Arby's in my state. God dang, really? Well, that's the thing. Someone should probably open up an Arby's there, and you could probably make a ton of money with an Arby's nearby, because that stuff, people buy that stuff. That or a Chick-fil-A. Probably a Chick-fil-A is actually more profitable, but Arby's, if you don't have one, that might be a lucrative investment there. Not that I have any money to invest. Jake's Vibe says, shredding it, Rick. Making it cry in the best way. You know how we do, bro. Thank you. Thank you, Indy. Thank you, Juji. Oh, man. Stardust said her first car was that Nissan Pulsar with the T-tops and a 4-cylinder. Had to put my foot all the way down just to merge on. Oh, man, I know that goes. Luckily, my first car was an old 1978 Oldsmobile Cutlass Supreme, I think, wagon. It was a station wagon. My mom drove it for years and years and years, and then I got it. It was a hand-me-down car. The best thing about it is it had a V8 engine in it, and the thing was insanity. It sounded like a monster roaring, and then I could drive really fast with that thing. Not to say the handling was all that good, but I could wheel that thing for sure. Dog Eat in the house. What's up, yo? Good to see you. And he says that sauce is the only thing I miss from eating Arby's. I never had a Bronco berry sauce. I mean, I like the regular Arby's sauce, whatever that is. I like that, but I don't get it. Usually I've been getting this barbecue brisket sandwich that already has the barbecue sauce on it. That's good enough for me. Yeah, Jake's got that Arby's sauce too. That's how it is. Down James says Chick-fil-A sauce is hella overrated. What's the kind we get, Stardust? From Chick-fil-A, they got, is it the Polynesian sauce? Or they got something that we always get, and we get mad if they don't give it to us. Man, I'll tell you. We had a KFC last night. I'll tell you, there's something special about the barbecue sauce that KFC has. I don't know what it is. Dang, it's good. Yeah, what is that sauce we get? I started some background. Yeah, I don't know what sauce that was. But it's dang good, that's for sure. That's for sure. Well, let's slow her down a little bit for this one here. song. I like that one. I really do. The solo part when it does the changes. Wow. You can really get into that, honestly. All right. Whoa, man. Some good times, good times. Let's see what we got. Man, we got a lot of comments here. The comments are off the chain. We love it. Great to see. All right. I think I remember this now. Doggy said I had one of those boxes. Now that's what I'm talking about. Oh, let's see. Zach G in the house says, Rick, that sriracha sauce from Chick-fil-A hits. Interesting. I don't know what sriracha. I think I might have had a little bit of sriracha ones. I'm not into spicy, like too spicy. I don't know if it's spicy or not. I'm not a fan of the spiciness. Not anymore, at least. I used to be when I was younger, but the older I get, man, spicy don't work. But I do like some flavor, that's for sure. Donald James says, my nephews told me to get the sauce, and after I tried it, I was like, what was all the hoopla about? Yeah, I can't remember what. I'm still trying to think, man. There was some, maybe, oh, you know what it is? It's the honey. Oh, shoot, man. It's like this honey barbecue. It's some sort of, Chick-fil-A has this honey barbecue sauce or something. But it's like white. Maybe it's like a honey mustard barbecue? I don't remember. But dang, man. You talk about, we get really mad if they forget our sauce from that sauce, man. Oh, it's over with, man. I go ballistic. Yeah. We all upgraded in this life. Jake, I tell you what, buddy. Juji says, I bet Rick and Stardust are real funny. Oh yeah. If it could be on camera, it'd be a hoot for sure. Especially when you play video games. Jake said, Rick's got the product placement on point today. Mountain Dew sponsor incoming. I hear that, man. Juji knows Do the Jackson. That's right. Jake says, Rick needs his own flavor. I know, right? Just give me like this blue raspberry double R jam. I don't even know. I do like this one, though. This is pretty tasty. Doggy says, so used to watching on my phone. Sounds so much better at home through speakers. Sounds great on my phone, but dang, yeah, this horizontal is the way. This is the way it should be. But YouTube just don't care. They're like, yeah, go find your own audience. They will not push this stream at all, no matter what I do. But those vertical ones, they push them all day. Albeit it's been a slow week, but it's all good. Stardust got it right. Yeah, we have our names. They cannot be spoken on screen either. We have good times. We do. Especially when we're playing video games, and I'm the one that dies in the video game. I tell you, man, that's when it gets real funny. Dan Anderson in the house, brother. How you doing, Dan? He says, share it out and smash the likes, my brother Rick. God bless you. God bless you too, Dan. Great to see you, buddy. Thank you so much, as always. Indy got the link to Dan Anderson. Please, everybody, if you haven't subscribed to Dan, check him out. He is like live streaming like every day. Tearing it up, man. So make sure you click on that link Indy posted for Dan and give him a sub. We super duper appreciate that. Lisa's in the house. If I missed you, I might have. There's Lisa up there. Sorry, Lisa. Hope you're doing good. She's got Indy's backstage live stream coming up. Make sure you click on that. Get your notifications set. Oh, let's see. Okay, there you go, dog. Erica Alvarez, how you doing, Erica? Good to see you tonight. Doggy, thank you so much, buddy. Let's see. Indy says, Rick, do you like is that tapatio or tapatio sauce? I've never heard of that. I'm not sure what that is, honestly. Sounds exotic, if you ask me. I've had tzatziki sauce. That's the Greek stuff. Big Wave in now says, hey Rick, tune my guitar on a drop D. It's a little confusing. You sound great. Thank you, buddy. Thank you, buddy. Yeah, it's gonna. You have to. I mean, like I said, every string I tune is down one whole step. So it's not just the one string; it's all the strings. So it's a D, a G, a C, an F, a B, an A, and a D again. So all these are tuned down one whole step. So it's gonna be a little different for sure. If you're trying to play other people's stuff, but if you're making your own stuff, it should be good. Okay, Star Sky, it's the blend of honey mustard and barbecue sauce. Yeah, that's the one. That's the one. Jake says barbecue sauce, maple syrup mixed with a bit of caramelized onion. That sauce goes well. That sounds delicious. I'm not gonna lie. Juji said I made some poor man's hors d'oeuvres: cream cheese on garlic, naan crackers, and Tabasco jalapeno. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Sometimes you got to do what tastes right. Doggy said, just make a 40 ounce of voltage do. True that. A 40, that'd be good. Samuel Nathan says, love your jams, brother. Keep it coming. Thank you, Samuel. Appreciate that. Great to see you tonight, man. Dog said, I'm about to get on the grind on my game. Speaking of games, I'll be there listening. No problem, brother. Donald James says, Rick would drink the whole 40 ounce for sure. I would try. I mean, definitely if we were... if I was streaming longer, that would help, you know, that would help. That would last for more than three hours. Juji wants a little rat. You got it, Juji. Christopher C in the house. How you doing, brother? Great to see you. Okay, Indy says Tapatio isn't too hot. I'll bet you. I'll look into that. I've never heard it. Donald's talking about that garlic sriracha. Dang. Uh-oh. Lisa said her dang dryer just quit. That's not good. And Indy said, yo, making her hungry. I know, it's a little early for the food talk. Usually that's for the last 40 minutes of the stream. We're already into the food. Hence why we created a food channel on the Discord. Trust me, I'm hungry too. I'm hungry. What was I gonna do? Oh, little rat. Where is the rat? I gotta remember this solo. One sec. There's always this one line in the solo. I always forget. I don't know why. That's how it goes. All right, let's see if we can pull this off. Pretty good. I messed up one part though. One tiny part. Because it goes, he does this, he does the... That's a great solo. Warren DeMartini is amazing. Little known fact about Warren DeMartini I did not know. He's a huge fan of Uli John Roth. And it makes sense. It makes sense to me now that he is. Because if you listen to the very first line, and it goes like this, which is a classic Uli Roth bend. I never knew. I never put two and two together with that. Fantastic, man. Oh, let's see. Jake Biden said, I just ate. I'm getting hungry again. Dang. There you go, Juji. All right, let's see. What else we got? I got to put some tunes together tonight. Let's see. What haven't we played? I guess we'll play it early. Jake's vibing asked, would you ever consider writing a blues song? I was like, I got one. I don't think you ever heard it. So we'll play that. We'll play that. We got to do Requiem tonight. I didn't do Requiem all week, dang it. We'll do that soon too. But let's go with the blues jam. This one for Jake's Vibin' per his request. cool little song. I enjoy that. Nothing like a little blues to get you going now. Okay. Now, where do we leave off? This is always the hardest part for me, finding out where we left off. Let's see. There you go, Juji. He said, so smooth. Jake says, thank you, Rick, for being here. You're welcome, buddy. No problem at all, man. Jake's vibing said, love me some blues full of feeling soul. My dad plays rhythm and blues music in his acoustic. Hearing you shred blues is amazing. Thank you, buddy. Thank you, Indy. Jake says he got a superhuman tolerance to spice. I've challenged bartenders to make me a Bloody Mary too spicy for me to drink, and nobody has complained yet. Interesting. I have a pretty high tolerance to sour stuff. I like sour, like sour candy. I've yet to find a sour candy that made me like wince or go, whatever. Maybe once. There was one. There actually was one. It's like a super sour blue raspberry blow pop, and that thing was so incredibly sour. I was like, well, wow. But all the other stuff, it never bugged me. I do like some sour stuff. Juji said one of her best friends is Puerto Rican and Trinidadian. She can eat ghost peppers for breakfast. Yo. I don't know how they do it. Jake says, well, I might need a pick-me-up after this one's so bluesy. Oh, yeah, man. We'll find something. You know we got some of that. Thank you, Juji. Appreciate that. Jake Vine said, damn, Rick, this is amazing. Just what I was in the mood for. Thank you, Jake. Zach G, thank you, bro. Lisa, thank you. Donald James said, you got to lurk, folks. So try to come back before this. No problem, brother. No problem. Jake says he forgot to like the video. Everyone please like the video and sub if you haven't. True that. Look, Saturday is the usual suspects, typically. I'll be surprised if we get any subs off these streams, but that's all good. Crow in the house. What's up, buddy? Good to see you on a Saturday night. Hope you're doing well. There you go. Jake says Carps can watch YouTube as well. That's right. SSN now says that was nice. As you do any Gary Moore. I do have one Gary, a little bit of one. We could play it. I don't mind. We'll keep, because that song was very influenced by I wanted to make like a Gary Moore type of song, something in that vein. But I ain't no Gary, that's for sure. But man, Gary is the man. You probably know this one. That's a lovely piece right there. I've been trying, I swear to God, every time I mention, I wish I had 8 more hours in the day, but I do have a loner cover that I've been working on. It's still not ready, but man, the loner is another Gary Moore masterpiece right there. I would love to get that one of these days done. So Jake Vibin's talking about some freeze earlier. Where is it? I don't have it written down. Oh, that sounded weird to me. You know what? I think I have the wrong version of this. Let me import the correct version of this song. What is that called? Shoot, what is this called? 809. Oh, where is this? 0809, here it is. I have a B version. I redid this. Okay, got it. All right, we'll do Freeze coming up next here. Let me pop that shirt on the screen in case anyone in the world is interested. Let's see. All right, the fresh new Freeze t-shirt. Pop that up on the screen for anyone. All right, let's see here. Zach G knows Jackson for life. That's what's up, brother. Jake's vibing says, Saturdays feel like the hangout time with Rick and friends. This is true. This is very true. Jake Koenig, he says, I haven't been stung by any murder hornets this week. Okay, we got you. I'm definitely hot warmed up for that. Like, incredibly hot. Feisty says, I need a Chromebook that the volume goes to 11. You could do it, man. Call up Google. Say, hey, man, I need this. They could do it. For the right price, Google probably do just about anything. I'll tell you what, we'll do Murder Hornets real quick. And then we'll do a Freeze. Murder Hornets. I should probably change the name of this from Jam 5 Long to Murder Hornets. But we'll do this for Jake Koenig. This is his jam right here. like getting stung by a pack of murder hornets, I tell you. That's a cool one there. That's still it's one of my favorite things to play, because it's like, it's just the rhythm of that, the chord progression is just very, very nice. Let's see. All right, we'll get that one queued back up. But that one rocks right there. I love that one. And I'm glad Jake likes it, that's for sure. I'll keep, every time Jake wants to hear it, I play it. Hey, I'll play that anytime. Let's see. There you go. Love at first murder. There you have it. Jake's Vine said he'd be terrified if he found one as big as my waist. They get pretty big out there, probably. Crow's feeling, thank you, buddy. And Jake rocks the super chat. He says, thank you, Rick. Murder Hornets gets a super chat. I appreciate you, brother. HD rolling in says, perfect time. There you go, bro. Good to see you. Thanks, SS. Thanks, HD. Oh, that's the... HD said, both Jakes at the same time? I know, right? Jake 1 and Jake 2. Much like Thing 1 and Thing 2. There you guys go. Hey, man, it must have been a popular name in y'all's neck of the woods, man. Jake said he loves that song so much. I appreciate that, brother. Yeah, that's a fun one to play. You know, like I said, I just said, you know, I come up with stuff. I sit at the keyboard and come up with something wild. And that was one of those magical moments. Even though it's just the same progression over and over and over, every section has its own little murder hornet jam in it. Crow knows double the flavor. Oh man, this Mountain Dew's tasting too good tonight. All right, this one's for Jake's Vibin'. He said, will Rick play Freeze tonight on the stream? I said, I sure will. So let's do it. That's a powerful song. That's a really powerful song. I still don't know how I wrote it. Well, I know, but like where it came from, I just never know. Okay, let's see. If I says the hornets get more angry as it gets, this is true. This is true. Jake says, for bees anyways, wasps can mark you with the scent and follow you or until they see you again. Yikes. I don't like that. I don't like that. I've been stung by one bee in my entire life. That's never stung by a wasp, never stung by nothing else. One bee, dang it hurt. But man, that was a long time ago too. I was out in the playground when I was a little kid in elementary school. We was around having fun, having a good time. Ow! What the heck was that? Sent me to the nurse's office. They pulled that stinger out, wiped it down, put a band-aid on, and said, "Go play, go back to playing." I was like, "Shoosh, that hurt for a day or two." HD said he's allergic to hornets, so it's really a pack of murmurs for me. True that. That would not be good. That would not be good. If I said he'd been hit with a wasp in SoCal like 10 times. Ouch, dude. And there's a bunch. I see a ton of them around here. There's like a huge. It looks like it's a dead nest, but man, I see nests everywhere around here too. Especially where I'm at my job, man. Out in the smoking section, there's like this big old nest. I'm like, bro, someone gotta clean that up, man. Zach G said they should make a Jackson concert bass with a reverse headstock. That would be, dude, that would be dope. I've not ever seen that though. Yeah, like me and when I was in Rob Rock, me and the bass player, we had Jacksons. And they were like the same model, or not, I don't know what the same model. They had the same paint job that Stone Granda finished, but yeah, his had the normal headstock, mine had the reverse. That would be sick though. I tell them when I get hooked up with Jackson, I'll be like, yo, y'all need to make a reverse headstock bass for some people too, man. Don't get it wrong. Feisty said he got the whole nest in the face one time. That was funny. Ouch. Half the nest. Dude. You need to stay indoors more often, man. Jake says it was if I was allergic to any stinging insect, I'd be dead by now. Being out in the woods, constantly in Texas, you get bit. That's true. Florida, you get bit all the time, man. I get some mosquito or something bit me on the side of the leg yesterday. That's still still itching, man. I'm like, dang, man, what you have in you, bro? Judy said, I'm so glad I live somewhere with the seasons. That's true. Florida has some seasons, sort of. We have about a week of spring and a couple weeks of winter, and that's about it. The rest of it's summertime, always. If I said one time I had one bee that wanted me dead, and it was on the good size flat roof running, kept dive bombing me. I think it was the paint fumes. Oh man. Don't most bees die if they sting you? They just die after that, I thought. I think. Or is it wasps? I don't know. One of those insects, those flying insects, if they sting you, they die thereafter. Why they would sting you, I don't know. Thanks, Jack. Zach, appreciate that, brother. Jake Five said, wonderfully play, Rick. Thanks again for playing. Yeah, absolutely, brother. No problem. Judy says, wow, I can't fathom being bit by such bugs. Crazy bugs. Yeah, there's plenty of them out there. Jake says, Rick, you and me have the exact same memory. In either kindergarten or the first grade, I was stung by a bee. I remember freaking out and running the nurse. Yeah. Sounds about right in that playground too, man. We just having a good time, man. And I'm like, what? I was like, ow, that stuff hurt. HD said he got stung at his grandpa's house, swelled like a balloon at Yowksville. Yeah, that sucks, dude. Yeah, I don't know what happened. There was one time I was at my I took a trip to my grandparents or whatever, and for the summer, and either something bit me or I don't know what it was, but I had hives like crazy. I got like hives everywhere, man. It was horrible. I don't know what happened there. But I said when he was in preschool age, he took a sting on the back of the neck. Ow. Somehow it ended up in my shirt pocket under my hamster. Wow. That's crazy, dude. That's wild. Dude, you said, Ricky, you play some Queens, right? Oh, let me think. Well, I know. I like that one song. kind of love politicians, all the crazy scene in D.C. about the communist plan. Jake says, yeah, it's honeybees that will die after you sting it. Okay. Jay Cohen says, hey, Rick Renstrom, congrats on the Ohio State win. Absolutely, buddy. As a Sooner fan, I hate the Longhorns. Nice job kicking their butts. It was I don't know about kicking their butts, but it was okay. It was the first half was dead. And then we lit it up. And then we let them come back for one TD, and then we ran the clock out. But yeah, it wasn't a blowout, but it was a hard fought win. Let's say that it was a tough game, man. Longhorns are number 1 seed, so that's a good start for Ohio State. I'm very happy to see that. Yes, my mother was happy as well, because we love some Ohio State football. There you go, HD Queens, Rick. I feel it, man. I feel it. If I said the worst one was I was literally trapped inside a triangular area with bushes, and I dove under a 12-inch gap under the wood fence, scared up a bit, dozen things or stings. Looks like I lost the fight. I feel that. Steve Miller in the house, what's up, buddy? He says, can you please do an improv over the Jason Becker Valley of Fire backing track? Is there one? Is it just have no guitar on it? I don't even think I have it, but I'll have to look that up and download it, buddy. I don't have a way to play over like YouTube tracks or anything. Juji's feeling that. There you go. I love that song. Yeah, like I said, a couple weeks ago, I totally forgot that. I never had, the only Queensrÿche I had on my iTunes was Rage Short, and I was like, wow, how did I not have all these other albums? So I cranked up every album, so I've been cranking some Queensrÿche lately. HD said, I first read it as the Snoozers. There you go. Oklahoma Snoozers. There you go. Feisty knows them lyrics. Zach G says, how do you feel about your Raiders going into the season, Rick? I don't know, brother. I don't know. I mean, the preseason was pretty rough. 0-3-1. Not the greatest there. It's got the core. I think that the core is there. We're just going to have to see how Pete Carroll does it, man, and gets these dudes into shape on the field. I mean, we got a great team. We have a lot of great people on the team. And then we just picked up Amari Cooper. And, not to say he used to be amazing. He's still pretty good, but he's not like amazing. He's still pretty good. And then with Kenny Pickett we got from Cleveland as our backup now, because Aiden O'Connell's going to be out for like 6 weeks, I think, with that broken wrist. So not the great start, but we'll see. 12 Big says, time for some Ozzy? Sure, buddy. We can play some real quick. Jake says, Rick probably feels about the Raiders the way I feel about the 49ers. Not good. Yeah. I'm hopeful as usual, but I'm not overly optimistic, let's say. That's for sure. We'll see, man. We'll see. You never know. I mean, it's just preseason, so I'm not too mad at preseason. That's because it's kind of like, Formula One testing. Nothing matters. It's just everyone going out there and seeing what their car can do. We'll see, man. We'll see. with that. It's been a minute. It's a great solo though. One of my favorites to play for sure. I was 10-13. Let's try this new original. I don't even know, man. All right, so I feel really stupid because this new song I wrote is it's a classical piece. I got a classical guitar piece, and I can't remember what it is. I don't remember what it is, and I want to say it's like Francesco Tarrega or Albanese or one of these Spanish classical guitar composers. I can't remember, man. But I had the song. I had something already kind of written, and it just says RR6 or whatever was the song title. So maybe anyone out there that knows classical music will remember or understand what this or know what this is, because I sure don't remember. But we'll see. We'll see. Judy said, "How'd the Formula One racing go today?" It was alright. It was alright. Yeah, it looks like McLaren. The McLaren team is just putting the domination on. So we didn't even. Stardust like pulled up the screen. Said, it's not going to change. Like 5 minutes into the last qualifying session, it's not going to change. I was like, all right, and we moved on. Yeah, we'll see how the race goes tomorrow. Anything can happen, and usually does. 12 Big says, Time After Time by Cyndi Lauper. I've heard it, yeah. Jake says, I watched Ford vs. Ferrari last night. Such a good race movie. Yeah, that's a great one, dude. Yeah. Christian Bale kills in that movie, man. It's awesome. HG says, we'll see how the Denverish donkey humpers do this year. There you go, man. That's right, you in Colorado, too. And Lisa's hoping for them Steelers. Steelers look pretty good this year, actually. Not too bad. Jake knows Mr. Crowley. 12 Big knows Mr. Crowley, too. There you go, bro. Crow's feeling that. Appreciate that. Vice says, as I get older, I don't want to see people risking their lives. It's probably just luck that I'm alive. All the stuff I've been through, people die. I know. A lot of us have been that way, man. Sometimes I wonder how I'm still here. Especially a lot of things I did as a kid, man. We did some crazy stuff as kids. But dang, we still ticking. Lisa says, dang, YouTube ad. Every time an ad pops up, kicks me to top chat. Dang it. 12 Big says, Rip to Les and Rose, and are they true that Eno's up in heaven rocking for sure. Jake said, that's a top 10 solo of all time for me. Favorite from Randy. Oh, yeah, that's one of my favorites for sure, man. That admit the, I was trying to learn it the other day, man. That's how I learned. That's how I remember it to learn. Let's see. If I say I support the ideas of letting criminals improve their status by entertaining us and risking it. It's true, yeah. They could do that. 12 Big says SATO and Flying High. Yeah, those are some great ones too, man. HC said, imagine being young Brad Gillis and getting the call to fill in for Randy just 3 days before. I know, right? That'd be something wild, man. That'd be something wild, dude. And he killed it too, man. He did a great job, man. He did a great job. Oh, I just played the solo to Trapped. We'll do Trapped in the Corner because, dang, dude, you want to hear some death? I'd rather just play that solo. But yeah, there's a little bit of symbolic. I told Brody I said, you need to learn that symbolic, dude, because he was talking about songs he wanted to learn. I was like, dude, you need to learn symbolic, bro, because that's what's up right there. Where is I swear, where's my King Diamond section? Oh, here we go. Oh no. All right, let me kill this here. I think I have I redid the Trapped in the Corner thing. Let me find that again. I think I got trapped too. But Brody, man, Brody was killing last night. He was playing Bullet for My Valentine like crazy last night. It was awesome. I said, if you like that stuff, you need to learn this death. That'd be something else, bro. All right, let's try this one. Here's a little death for you. Or not. Yeah, it helps when you unmute the track. It's so hard, man. It's such a. What's one of Andy's most technical solos I've ever heard him do? It's something like he would have done that in King Diamond. There's nothing that compares to it with King Diamond. You know that? But it's like so good, man. And Chuck just wrote the perfect rhythm for that solo. It's unbelievable. Jake Vibin said, Mr. Crowley, all-time classic. Now I think about it, RR, Rick Renstrom, Randy Rose. It's true. It's true. That's how they're going to have, probably, Jackson going to have a tough time because I have the same initials. They're going to be like, how are we going to do this? Because we already have an RR. I'm like, all right, we're going to figure that's an RR2, RR squared or something. R squared. Or the R2. I'll take that. I'll take that even. Jake's Vibin has, from what I've heard, McLaren been pretty dominant for me. Yeah. Since the end of last year. For sure. Crow says, Rick and Jake Lee, dude, I'm trying, man. I gotta write the track for Bark at the Moon. I used to play it constantly as a kid, man, but I need to sit down and write all the drums and bass and parts for the Bark at the Moon solo. Coming soon, I promise. I want to do it. It's been a minute. I'd love to play that for sure. Oh, let's see. There you go. There you go. HD said, time by Cindy Flopper. Sound like a bunny rabbit. You sound like a bunny rabbit. If you had a bunny rabbit pet, you call it Cindy Flopper. That's what I would call it. A Ty says, pound an old original Symphony 40 or something heavy. There you go, man. We'll see if we can do it. We'll see if y'all are interested in that. I'm supposed to play Requiem for the Lost. I keep forgetting. Man. I swear, I don't know what it is. Like on the weekdays, time just goes so slow. I'm like, I watch the clock. I'm about to do like 10 songs. Like, man, it's only like, what time is it? How is this only this time? But we were on Saturday. It's like, I'm looking at the clock. We're like, I barely played anything. It's crazy. Let's see. Whoa, feisty. God dang, bro. That's insanity, dude. I don't know what to think about that, man. He says, what I'm saying is you never know if there's some... I know, you never know, dude. You're welcome, Juji. Jake's Vine said, wish I could have seen Nicky Lauda race. I did many a time. If you're interested, dude, man, I'll have to figure out how to do it. I have like a collection of Formula One videos that would make your eyes water. And I do have several Nicky Lauda races I was able to collect. But yeah, we used to be big fans of Nicky Lauda. It's probably '76 or '77. It's probably the first time I ever saw Nicky Lauda, and yeah, we were fans. We were big fans of him. Me and my dad back in the day. Him and KK Rosberg. HD said, I tried to be guitar teacher today. Yesterday I couldn't spell it. I feel you, brother. And I made a new channel for you guys. It's called like Lessons and something. I don't remember what I called it. Yeah, the Ask Rick section got a little wild and crazy, which I don't mind. I'm glad you guys were helping each other out, man. That's super cool. But we're gonna move all that stuff into the Lessons and teaching channel. So if anyone has any questions about music theory or this or that and whatever, we'll throw it in that. We'll throw it in that section for the future. Drew said, "Dang, making it look easy." I feel you. It ain't easy. I can tell you that. That's a very hard, very, very hard. Let's see. No problem. No worries. No worries. Vice said he found this medieval steel, 1984 full beat. Dang. Lisa said, you playing speed or not? I could. HC says, sweet, I'm going to keep trying to teach you. Yeah, absolutely, buddy. Yeah. Yeah, we'll just put it in its own little channel there for sure. But I appreciate it, man. And if we can help, if anyone can help someone else out, I can't be on that Discord all the time. I try and jump on there as much as possible and check things out, but yeah, that Discord goes wild, man. It goes wild. Jake's Ryan said, that'd be awesome if you shared some of those F1 videos. I don't know if I can do it on Discord. They're pretty big, man. I'll have to figure out how on my Google Drive. I could probably upload a bunch on my Google Drive, probably. That'd probably be the easiest thing to do, for sure. Let's see. I don't even know, man. We're gonna try this new song out right quick and see what happens. I hope I got it right. I think this is right. song, man. And I don't know what it's called. It's based on a classical piece I used to play when I was very, very young. And I can't remember what it is. If anyone know what that is, you let me know. You let me know. But not bad. It needs a little tiny bit of work. We'll get it there. We'll get it there. Couple more times. All right, let's see. All right, Crow says we need speeder. All right, we could do that. Oh, let's see. And he said, got distracted by snacks and multitasking. Ain't nothing wrong with that. If I said the story could be turned into a movie like a real psychopath, 3 main characters, me, him, and her. I spent a lot of time with him. He was working for, man, you should get on ChatGPT and have him make you a screenplay, dude. That could hook you, ChatGPT hook you up, dog. And you already in California, you could probably pitch it to some Hollywood producer over there. That'd be crazy, man. Jake Vibin says, speeder is my jam. If I said sorry for the dark topic, no, nothing wrong with that, man. That's a crazy wild thing. There's another dude I remember a month ago, he had some crazy story like that too. I was like, man, you need to get that into a movie, bro. Movies suck these days, man. They pay big bucks for some good stuff like that. If I say you don't remember this is brand new. It's brand new, I think. I don't know where the chat was at. Chris Liggett, thanks, mate. Thank you, Lisa. HC said, why did Jeffrey Dahmer only eat some of his victims' testes? Because sometimes he felt like a nut, sometimes he didn't. There you go. He liked the implanter style, man. And he's feeling the melancholy vibes. Nice. I'll find out what it is. No worries, HD. Chris said, if Dr. Pepper was a doctor, what would he have studied? The peppers. Jake Vibin said he loved the melodies on this. Thanks, buddy. Okay, physiology. I get it. I was like, Dr. Pepper. That Dr. Pepper is good though, man. Juji said she loved it. Chris Liggett feeling that. If I said song name, I don't know. I got no song. I don't know. It's 083025. We're gonna try the classical version too, or the acoustic version too. I dumped the drums off of it, so we'll do acoustic version of it as well. Thank you, Steven. Appreciate that, brother. Indy got a link to Juji. Check her page out here on YouTube. Click on that link. Give her a sub if you haven't done so. HD, appreciate that, bud. Jake Svine says, sounded awesome, Rick. Really melodic. Thank you, buddy. I'll find out what it is. I'm gonna just smack myself in the face when I remember exactly what it's called. Like the piece, the classical piece. But I just remember playing it when I was young in class when I studied classical guitar, and years and years ago I wrote a piece of that, a good piece of it in a file, and I found it. I was like, that's a cool one, and so I was able to finish it up today, just off a basic idea from eons ago. And I'm like what is this thing? I even looked up on YouTube or Google classical Spanish guitar hits or whatever, and it was none of those. I was like, what is it, man? What is it? Zach G says, feel like ordering some late night pizza here in a bit. You hungry? Oh, I'm always hungry, babe. I might have this new Hot Pocket. It's like super cheddar and ham or something. I think we might get pizza tomorrow though. Tomorrow might be a pizza day. We shall see. All right, what are we feeling? Some speeder. Wo ist Speeder. God, I got a lot of songs in here, man. Speeder. All right, there it be. All right, let's get that. We'll crank on the speeder here. Was there something else people wanted to hear? I still haven't played Requiem, but we'll play that. Maybe we'll play it this week. Just in case I forgot, Monday we will be doing a stream on Monday for Labor Day. It will be earlier. It will be 8 p.m. Eastern time, so most everyone can hopefully watch it, and then go about get ready for sleep for the Tuesday thing. But we'll do it at 8 o'clock on Monday, and I will schedule that so everyone knows, and then we'll remind everyone tomorrow night about it, and I'll do that. All right, let's do this speeder here. a cranker. I was cranking down. Man, that felt good. All right, let's see. A lot of great comments. I appreciate everyone here tonight for sure, for sure. Chris already had some pizza. Man, dang it, man. Oh, shoot. Indy's feeling that throne of obsidian. There you go, there you go. If I said I had an exquisitely doctored frozen burrito, dang, man. Exquisitely doctored. Juju strapped herself in. There you go. At least was like, hang on tight, everyone. Thank you, Indy. Thank you, Crow. I think if I said it morphed into a burrito casserole. Explosion. Thank you, Zach. Jake said, damn, I'll miss like a half hour on Monday stream because I get off work at 8 to 8:30. Oh, shoot, brother. We'll see what we can do, man. Yeah, I mean, I figured most people got the day off. It sucks you got to work. I hate working on the holidays. There you go, Lisa. Thank you. Steven says, you're going to get a ticket for speeding, Rick. I know. Shred police. You got to watch out for them shred police, man. Thanks, Crow. Judy said, just come when you can. Absolutely will. Usually the first half hour is just me warming up anyway, buddy, so no problem. We'll see what we can do. HD got it going. He got the speeders blasting there. Thank you, Chris. Feist says trolls don't dare show up on Saturday. It's true. It's true. Thank you, Indy. Drew said, I'm surprised not one person said anything about my speeder t-shirt at a concert. Did they not? No. Dang it. I know. I got to figure out what am I going to wear to the 9 Inch Nails concert. I don't know. I don't know what shirt I'm going to wear yet. Lisa, there you go. Crow was holding on for dear life on that one. HG says, somewhere there's an 18-year-old Grand Theft Auto experiment to this song. It's all going to go wrong. He'll tow 4 cars. I know, right? Thank you, Steven. He was feeling that one for sure. Well, let's see. If I said, what's his name, new singer? His name's Todd LaTorre. I think I posted a picture of me and Todd on our. I think I did on the Discord. I posted a picture of me and Todd from back in the day. Old friend for sure. Crow said, Rick, I think you cracked my window. Oh no. It's like the opera singer that can crack glass. My shred can crack windows. Jake said, I listen to Speeder every time I play Burnout in 74. There you go, buddy. Judy says, don't give the slug wagon any ideas. True. She said, I'm not a big fan of concert at casinos. There's always a huge gamble for me. I know, right? You see some, maybe I throw 20 on that real quick, man. Yeah, I like video poker. That's my favorite thing. I've won a few bucks off of that, man. But man. Jake's Vibe says, the subliminal messaging I use by posting my pizza to Discord work. Everyone wants pizza. Oh yeah, buddy. That looked good too. Jake said, yes, unfortunately, but people need their coffee and donuts. Ain't that the truth? George Kaplan, what's up, buddy? Good to see you there, bro. Judy says, Rick, can you play something with tons of harpsichord? Oh, we could do that one. We'll do that harpsichord, the unheard of harpsichord song I did the other day. Oh, I guess we're just going to extend the jam tonight. We're going to get crazy. What the heck was that song called? I think it was like RR third. Maybe it's this one. Oh yeah. Ah, here we go. This is the Megaton harpsichord jam right here. Because Juji likes harpsichord. We're gonna make that shirt real soon. The harpsichord card club. harpsichord sound really loud. Wow, I need to go back and remix that one. It's a cool song. It's a really cool song, but man, it didn't sound like this when I played it during the week. It was like that harpsichord was going. I think that harpsichord wanted to be known for Juji. It's like Juji wants to hear me, not you, Rick. I was like, wow, that's crazy. It's a wild jam. I'll go back and remix that one. A lot of these old tunes I need to go back and remix because I got a lot of new techniques and a lot of new toys. So we'll fix that one. Sounded very loud to me. Anyway, Jake's Vine said, I've never been in the casino, but I felt like a little itch to put about 100 on black and see what happens. If you got the extra bucks and you can walk away, sure, give it a try. That's the problem with gambling, man, because you like, the moment you win, you'd be like, ah, shoot, let me try that again. I'll take everything and bet on that. And then you lose it all. Usually it's like, for me, I learned the lesson, like if I break even, then I'm just moving on. If I make a good amount of money and a couple $100, I'm out. It's like, that's it. Like I think one time I was playing video, my mom used to come down to visit, and we go to there's a casino, there's a Hard Rock casino. And she loved her slot machines. She poured tons of money in these slot machines. She make a bunch of money. Like, we're talking like $1,000 or more dollars. And I was like, that's crazy. But I was more into video poker. So she said, here's $100. Go play some video poker while I do my slot machines. Like, all right. So I would just put in a buck or two, and I got it up to like $300 and some one time. Maybe it was like $360 or something. And I was like, man, I'm done. I was on a run, and I was like, I'm done with this. I'm done. And I cashed out, and my mom there was one time my mom wanted to get an iPad while she was down here. She's like, I'm gonna play these slot machines so I get the money for the iPad. And sure enough, I went back. I said, hey, Ma, check it out. Look what I did. She's like, that's nice. Look what I did. I was like, dang. It's like $1,300 or something like that. It was over $1,000. And I was like, well, you got your iPad now? Shoot. But she stopped doing that. She's like, I can't go there anymore. I said, I feel that. It's a bad scene. Drew said the bass is perfect with this compilation. Nice. I just felt like that. Jake says, I see why Juji likes this. It's fantastic. Thank you. Judy said, this one has it all. I appreciate that. So I felt like I've heard it in a dream before. Nice. HD said, I'm a harpsichord carrying neoclassical shred fan. That's what I'm talking about. We'll get like a shirt for that, something. Or a sticker at least. Jake 5 said, my ears are pleased. Very nice, very nice. Juju said, fan freaking-tastic, Rick. You're welcome. Thank you, Indy. Juju said, man, I know. The harpsichord in that track is like, I'm going to somehow, by magic, turn my volume up for Juji. And I don't know if it sounded like loud for you, but in here, I was like, my speakers were pumping that harpsichord. That's crazy. Vicey says trading crypto is way less risk. Most likely, yeah. HG said, holy arpeggiated second inversions, Batman. That was the ish. Thanks, bro. Appreciate that. Judy says, holy powdered wigs, Batman. There you go. That's what I'm talking about. Jake says, don't worry, Rick. If I lose more than one, I'll stop. Well, that's a good way to think about it. Zach asked, what year was that, Jackson? Man, this one is 1992. I don't think you can see it, but on the back, yeah, the serial numbers are six digits, and these started with 9. There was a 9.2, and then they made 9.3. But yeah, 92 was 1992. These are the best ones I've found. Jake said, well, slap me still and call me putty. That's some dang good harpsichord jams. Appreciate that. Thank you, Zach. I've got 3 more like this one, the 1992 versions, and one is a 93, which is still pretty good. It was surprising because I thought it was a 92. I don't know why I would have bought it. I probably saw it. I was like, oh God, I get it. It looked just like it, but you can always tell the 92s have the Charvel branded Floyd Rose tremolos. Everything after they weren't ready to release these, and they didn't have the Jackson branded Shalers yet, so they just got a bunch of them from Charvel, and there you have it. It's a crazy story. I did a lot of now that the internet, since the internet's been so vast, I did a lot of investigation to find the true story of these particular guitars. Feisty said he used to trade $1 million in transactions day on a big day, trading the same 50 over 20 times. Coinbase made $20K in fees off me. Wow, man. Wish I had that luck, man. My friend's like, yo, you gotta buy some of this crypto, man. It's gonna blow up. I'm like, oh, cool, man. Little did I know, yeah. If you put a ton of money into it and it did blow up a little bit, you could have walked away with some serious money. But I only put like $200 into it. And now it's just a fallen away meme coin, dang it. But it is what it is. All right, I think we got everything covered. I think we'll do the new song, and we'll maybe do 2 more acoustic songs. So let me prepare the acoustic. We're not going to be able to do as much. We kept going on this stuff tonight. All right, well, let's put this guitar down. My favorite moment of this classical guitar switch over. All right, there's that. All right, let's put this away. Let's come back here. See what kind of vibe we get on this the classical version. I think what we'll probably do is we'll play this new one, and then we'll play last week's again. Last week's acoustic song of the week again, and see how that goes. Try not to drop my pick this time. It's bad luck to drop your pick. No, probably not. Let's see. All right, I think it's this one here. I think we're mostly prepared. I was supposed to learn sound lucidity. I can't remember how it goes. Can't remember how that goes now. Nope, don't remember it. I'll try again next week. Let's see. Judy said, I satisfied my quotient for harpsichord. Now, there you go. If I says no luck, it's practice. It's like a video game. You have to learn. That's hard for people. Like over 100 million transactions over 1.4 years. Taught myself, dang, bro. Judy said, now we need some Phrygian scale music. Here you have it. If I say it was incredibly easy and all accidental in a way, but it's very consuming, I'll go back when I'm ready. There you go, buddy. Crank it up, man. If you can make the bucks, man, do it, man. I like to be there. I'd like to make a bunch of money real easy one time. Just once. If I said he made 10K in a day many times trading, but has also lost 25, I feel that. HD said, I might call it early because I'm getting frustrated with it. Oh, no. Did I miss something? Oh, he's getting bombed with ads. I wonder if I could turn that off real quick. Hang on, everybody. Let me see if I can turn it off real quick or something. I'm going to turn it off. I can't turn it off. How do I turn this off? Okay, here we go. I got it. Manual. All right, I switched it to manual. Focus on your live stream and let YouTube insert ads for you. Yeah, see? Like, let them ads. All right, so I'll get next week. Remind me. Somebody remind me next week. Say, hey, Rick, turn the turn the ads to manual. Let's do that. Someone got, or so, I'll try to remind myself, but make sure someone reminds me. Drew said it gives me split screen ads, but I can't hear you. Oh, I'll turn it off completely now. For now, and then next week, make sure someone says, "Hey Rick, manual ads, don't forget," and I'll be like, "Okay." Yeah. And then I can put the ad in myself somewhere. I don't know how I do that, but we'll do that next time. I promise. I forget this stuff. All right, let's see. What's today? Uh-oh. Why did I? Uh-oh. Hang on a second. I screwed up. I put the wrong track in here. Hey, caramba. Let's see. Okay. I put last week's track in the new week's track. Okay, here we go. Okay, let's try that. Are we ready here? Let's see. Jake's Five said the ads take over my entire screen. Luckily, they're all skippable. There you go. Lisa, I've gotten 20 ads so far since. That's amazing. It is like on the lowest frequency. It was on the lowest frequency possible. I turned them off, and I will manually do it myself. But yeah, we'll make sure we do that. We'll fix that for next time. I keep forgetting. Unfortunately, my brain, there's so many things to worry about when I'm doing this stuff. Slightly Egyptian. All right, let's try this new song of the week, the acoustic version. This could be dangerous. Let me see. Give it a try. I'll give it a try. What is this? I don't know. It's gonna be crazy weird. All right, let's see. Oh, we're good there. Let me turn this mic off. That's kind of hard on acoustic for sure. Not bad though, not bad though. Man, that's cool though. That's a cool tune. I like the melodies on that one. I'm still gonna try and figure out what the heck that was. There you go. Let's see. Evan in the house says, quick pop in and out birthday shopping with my 12-year-old. No problem, Evan. Great to see you, buddy. Hope you're having a great day tonight or today. It's tonight here, don't forget. Juji says sweeps on the noun seem really hard. They are incredibly hard. Incredibly hard. And you said again the Latin vibes. Yeah, it was written. Most of that was written by a Spanish composer, and I can't remember who. But I'm gonna find out. It's gonna be a. I have it somewhere. I know what it is, but I can't find what it is. I couldn't find it in time. Jake's, thank you, Juji. Jake says, so beautifully son, you make the acoustic cry too. Thank you, brother. If said, let's conspire to add strategy programs as many row as possible. We get it all up, refills, whatever, meet back in 5. Leave the commercials going. There you go. Yeah, I don't even know, man. I'll turn them off, man, on Saturdays. I forget, man. Thank you, Lisa. Judy says, thank you for blessing us. You're quite welcome. No problem, Lisa. If said, also, nothing stopping us from finding products to endorse. True. Jake says, dang, Rick, you could serenade me to sleep with that guitar. There you go, buddy. Crow, thank you, my friend. Prepper said, my wife just slapped me and told me if I can't be more like Rick Renstrom, I don't bother coming home and work tomorrow. Oh, no. Good to see you, buddy. Let's see. Juji's feeling that one. Indy got the link to our buddy Prepper. Make sure you click on that link and give him a sub. We'd appreciate that for sure. All right, we got one more to go here, and then we'll wrap it up. There's just a few more sips. Just a very few more sips of Mountain Dew left. Let's see if I remember this one. We'll play this. This is the last week's acoustic song of the week, so we'll give that a run for its money. Let's give it a go, if I remember it. little better. A little better than last week. Come up with some better melodies for that. That's very nice. Very cool, very cool. Alright, let's see where we left off now. Jude, you said, I remember you played some blues last time. That sounded good. That was pretty fun too. Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, I did the blues song on Acoustic last week. That was wild. Jude knows Rick runs on to do. It's true. Fu says, if I say I get your style, but it's okay to take a break and leave some info on commercials playing. Yeah. Well, what I'll need to do is, just manually run them when I'm not, during the talking parts maybe or something. I don't know. Saturday don't matter anyway. I mean, honestly, Saturday is just two things. Me to record videos for my weekly videos and just to hang out and have fun with everybody and chill and just do whatever with no nothing. Just have a good time. I don't make any money off these Saturday streams, that's for sure. But it's okay. Because it's more nice to have it's almost like a day off for me, these Saturday ones. It's like, I got to make sure I'm playing good so I can find a lot of clips for my videos. But beyond that, it's all good in here on Saturdays. We'll turn them off, man. Turn them off for sure. Jake knows once he runs out of Mountain Dew, his battery needs recharged. It's true. Juji, thank you. Jake said, "Dang, I had to stop, and now I'm missing a Rick on the 9." Oh man, no worries, buddy. You know the replay will be up, brother. If I said it's pretty mind blowing how you can recall so many songs and then write new ones, and I have them down a week. Yeah, for sure, man. I did that a lot, man. I've read a lot, I could probably write more if I just sat around and didn't have to go to work and stuff. I'd probably write a lot more and probably really have these tunes tuned up for sure. Because I have more time to work on them and add melodies and add harmonies and change some things, but whip them out pretty quick. Jake said, this song makes me think of a cold forest and then looking at the trees and moonlight smelling fresh air. Very peaceful. Nice. I like it. If I say it sounds like a love story. It kind of is, man. It kind of is. I wrote that one. I actually wrote a part of that a long time ago. The chorus I wrote a long time ago. Everything else I wrote recently, but yeah, it was something like that. Judy says, feels like a resolute hero trudging on through the night. Yeah, there you go. If I say it feels like a sullen teenager that got rejected by a crush. Yeah, you're not totally wrong, man. You're not far off the mark. I didn't get rejected though. It was a crush, but it worked out. I was young, man. I think what happened was, so there was this girl. When I was a kid, we were really great friends and stuff, and there was always this possibility of us dating or whatever. And I think out of nowhere one time when I moved back to Ohio, and we were my band was getting really big, and we were having these big huge parties. And I called her once. I was like, "Hey, what are you doing? I haven't seen you in forever. You should come over." And she's like, "I got to study." She was going to college, and she said, "I got to study and this and that." And I was like, "Oh, that's cool. Well, no problem. If you feel like come by." She never showed up. So I wrote that chorus, and part of the verse and stuff. I had some basic ideas I found for that one. Yeah, you're not awfully wrong. That one never rejected, but she just never showed up. How about that? But I was probably 19 or 20, I think. Juji says, your music is giving us lots of great imagery. Thank you. Anti popped in with his dinner for the night. Chololo. That sounds like something, some country grammar. Chololo. With the Manolos and the Chololos. Sharp cheddar cheeseburger with seasoned eggs over med. What's med? What is med? I don't think I ever asked that question. You asked what naan was, but what's med? He said real cottage cheese with real honey drizzle and the cacao dark chocolate bars tomorrow going large. There you go. Jake's Vine said, I love that music. It's so good. It makes Makes me imagine scenery. That's nice. Jake Koenig said, that's some of your best work, Rick. Thank you, buddy. Thank you. AR said, RR, the change to 16.9 is so good. Thank you, AP. Sorry, buddy. Yeah. I mean, this is what we do on Saturdays. I've been doing this on Saturdays for a long time. And, yeah, it's pretty cool. I like it, man. Let's try this. I'm going to try and see if we can get this Jared Dines video. Let me know. We'll play this. Brody's Super Shredder's on, so we'll probably redirect to Brody after this. Where is Jared Dines? Let's see. Let me type in Jared. We'll see if we can hear this video.
Coolest guitar I've ever seen. That is incredibly unique. And yeah,
all right, can you hear the volume in this?
The pick tapping you did at the end there, that was a cool touch. Yeah, very nice.
All right, let me know if you can hear that. Can you hear the audio? Before I go too crazy. You said, right, it's music telling like a story. True that. Crow, there you go, buddy. If I said, I think Alex Trebek. Volume was low. Okay, I turned it up. Let's try again. Let's make sure you can hear it. I got too many screens going. All right, this is.
Ooh, nice. Okay. Pop off.
All right, how's that? Better? Okay, the talking is a bit quiet. He said, I can hear it. The talking is a bit quiet. All right, I turned it up. Yeah, he's talking over it. All right, let me find. I'll play my video here. I wonder if I can turn on. All right, I'll see if I can do this. All right, here we go.
Hey, that was insane. Your note choice and your understanding of how to fit it into the song was just. Oh, that was so good. Oh shit, yes. I love this guy. Okay, that's sick. Jesus. Those harmonies are so nice. Damn, I mean, yeah, that was very impressive. The harmonies were really sick. I really like the harmonies, actually. That was like my favorite part. Very cool, technically great, and yeah, you shred, Rick. You're amazing, and yeah, that was awesome. That was really cool. Oh my God, what is?
All right, so here you go. Hopefully I got to hear most of that. Let's see, where am I? Oh, I gotta turn this off. I don't know where I'm at here. All right, that's down and that's down. All right, there you go. So hopefully you got to hear that. Check it out. Make sure you go check out the video itself, though. And Indy's got the link there. Comment my name and Tyler's name if you would, please. For that, that'd be awesome. We would appreciate that for sure. All right, before I forget, I'm going to set the redirect to Brody. All right, save that. All right, cool, got it. Let's see. Jake's Vibe said, you and Tyler deserve any and all recognition from that video. You guys rock. Thank you, Jake. I appreciate that, brother. Mr. Shuff said, I'm going to get my response to my questions that I asked her on Tuesday. Nervous on that. Oh, there you are, buddy. Yeah. Hopefully that works, brother. Hopefully that works. Jake said, I heard it good. Also watched the video. It was dope. Thank you, buddy. Jake Koenig said, Rick just tapping it. Tap, tap, tap-a-roo. You know how we do. Yeah, I tried. This time I knew everyone's gonna bring this ridiculous modern shred to the song, because this wasn't a shred collab. This was like play a solo over this part. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to write the solo for the song, not to show off sweeping arpeggios and craziness. I did one little shred riff, but everything else was like melodies and this and that. And that's how I wanted to approach it this time. And I think I did pretty good. I felt good. I felt good about it. Let's see. Thank you, Juji. Jake said Rick's got the milkshake dude in his feed. Love that guy. There you go. Judy said, right. I think he made it stick out. Yeah, for sure. I saw some good comments. People enjoyed it because it was more melody and not just guitar fireworks, which I can do. But I was like, I thought to myself, this is not a shred collab. This is a song that if I was going to write a solo for it, this is how I would write the solo. Mr. Shell said, so a few dudes, oh yeah. He sent his crush a little cipher there, so he's waiting on an answer, man. Jake's Vibe said, I'm not too big on the modern guitar playing. It's so processed to me, it loses its charm. It's true, man. It's true. Vice says, you took the high road for sure, buddy. I tried to, man. And Tyler did amazing. I don't know if Tyler is just incredible. Like, me and Stardust were talking about earlier, is like he just gets better and better and better. And it's amazing. Like his solo, you go check it out. It's so clean and so good. And he kind of followed the melody of the singer, which was really neat too. I thought that was really, really cool. But yeah, Tyler did great too. But yeah, you see a lot of these dudes. I watched the prior videos, and it's just these dudes doing all this stuff, all this crazy shredding stuff to like impress something. It was like, but it wasn't serving the song. It was like serving themselves. Which is fine, But when people ask me to play a solo on a track, I don't just come in blowing off just crazy stuff. I want to write the solo for this song. That's how I've always approached it. Juji says Tyler isn't human. I know. I'm pretty sure aliens dropped him off, and his parent. It's like he's like Superman. He crashed, landed in his parents' backyard, and they took care of him. Jake knows. Tyler does indeed shred. It's in his name for a reason. It's true. It's true. If I say it's soulless, it's true. Indy said, that's why you're the master, Rick. One of the reasons. I appreciate that, Indy. And I've been doing that for a long time. When I was a kid, that's all I want to do is shred. And you learn that, it's not. You don't always need that, And luckily, I learned it pretty early on too. So, there you go, Juji. Pretty much. Thank you, Lisa. But yeah, so I think that's gonna call it a night for me. There, we got a lot of stuff done tonight. A lot of songs played. A lot of fun stuff. We'll be back tomorrow, Sunday, at 9 p.m. And then a special Monday edition at 8 p.m. I'll schedule that. Next week, we'll be doing probably Tuesday, Thursday, Friday again. Wednesday, I will not be here streaming on Wednesday because we'll be at the 9 Inch Nails show. So, yeah. Thank you, Zach. Appreciate that. Feisty's right. That stuff is cool too, but not in the song. Yeah, exactly. Judy said, if I was going to go see Omni live, I look forward to that part of the song. There you go. Or Oni, yeah, Oni. AP says, whose guitar do I have to tune is Here Speeder? Bro, we played it. I wasn't going to play it at all until it was requested earlier. But yeah, just rewind back a little bit. We did play it tonight for you, brother. So yeah, just rewind back, or this will be on replay just a few minutes after we stop. Jake said, I expected your 30-second flurries and fret jumps, but I like the harmonies you added and the tapping. Thank you, buddy. Yeah. I did one shred run. That's all I did. One quick shred run. That was it. Thank you, Indy. Appreciate that. Thank you, Zach. Jake, thank you, buddy. Absolutely, my friend Zach. There you go. Have a blessed one, too. Lisa, take care. Absolutely, Indy. Much love to everyone here, and yourself included. Thank you, Lisa. And Jude, you know, it's great to see you. And again, make sure if you haven't joined that Discord, jump on that. Links in my bio page here. Links in the descriptions of the video as well. Thank you, Crow. Have a great one, buddy. Jake says, good night, everyone. Good night to you, bro. Have a great rest of your evening. We'll go check out that. We'll be on the Discord here and there. We're going to go to Brody's after this, so anyone that's hanging out, we're going to shoot you off the Brody's channel if you're interested in checking them out. Brody did a master class of Bullet for My Valentine songs last night. It was awesome. It was awesome. Tonight he said he said he learned how to play Judas Priest, Another Thing Coming. So he said next time I'm there, so I'm going to be asking for that. For sure, for sure. Anti, have a great night, buddy. All right, well, that's it. Everyone, have a great rest of your night or day, wherever you're at. I hope you have a wonderful rest of the weekend, and hopefully everyone's off on Monday. I know I am, but we'll be back Monday as well, and we'll get that scheduled up for sure. Beyond that, everyone stay safe out there. Take care of each other and be good to each other, because that's all that we have in this world, isn't it? All right, I hope y'all have a wonderful rest of the evening or day. Take care. We'll see you tomorrow night on a Sunday. So, check it out. Have a great one, everybody, and we'll see you then. Take care.